Meeting 1502. I'd like to welcome our online viewers tonight. Our meeting 1502. Agenda. Are there any additions to the agenda tonight?
Mr. Mayor, I got just got to change the dollar amount in number 4 of my finance report.
$4 amount. Duly noted. Can I get a move and a seconder for the agenda?
So moved.
Moved and second. All those in favor? Motion carried. Minutes of meeting 1501 are presented. Are there any errors or omissions? Can I get a mover and a seconder for those minutes? Moved. Second by Linda. All in favor? Carried. Business arising from the minutes? Barring none, we move on to new business. Barring none, moving on to correspondence. And there's no correspondence. Moving on to reports. And our finance report, sir.
Okay, you have the excuse me, committee minutes in front of you. We're going to do items number 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. There's number 4 and number 7. I will do separate motions. So the finance committee met on Wednesday, December the 3rd. The items are presented in front of you, as I said, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. For number 1, Yates and Woods for $4,312.50. Okay. That's for survey for 8, 10, 12 Yetman Drive for part of the Land Veteran Memorial Park. Number 2, GOEVO for $6,710. That's the Mesh Public Works Workflow subscription. Number 3 is Simcoe, $17,727.16. That's for the arena plant maintenance. Number 5 for Value Construction, $31,050. Progress payment for the pool change rooms. And number 6 for Troy Life and Fire for $16,183.25. Work and recreation sprinkler system. I move that we accept these items for the Finance Committee minutes.
So moved. Seconder. Keith. Any questions? All right, no question. Call for the question. All in favor? Contrary minded, carried.
Okay, so excuse me, number 4 for Brook Construction, the amount has changed now. This is release of the efficiency amount. The new amount now is $196,650. So I'd like to make a motion now to payment for the deficiency holdback for the Deer Lake Annex. Whereas the town of Deer Lake retained a deficiency holdback for the Deer Lake Annex project pending the completion and verification of all outstanding deficiencies. And whereas all required work has been now completed or credits have been applied to the satisfaction of the town, and the remaining deficiencies holdback is eligible for release. Be it resolved that the town of Deer Lake approve the payment of the deficiency holdback in the amount of $196,650 related to the Deer Lake Annex project. And it be further resolved that this payment be issued to the contractor in accordance with the terms of the project agreement and recorded as part of the project's final financial reconciliation. I move this motion.
Moved by Councilor Jones, second by Lindell. Any questions on the motion? Okay, call for the question. All those in favor? Contrary minded.
Thank you.
Carried.
Okay, and the number 7 from Allen and Skinner. It's a review of our 2024 financial statements. I move that we accept the review of the financial statements for 2024.
Moved by Councilor Jones, second. And any questions? Hearing none, call for the question, all those in favor? Carried.
Thank you.
Okay. On to accounts payable.
So the accounts payable for date November 28th is presented in front of you. Items number 1 to 59. I move that we accept accounts payable for $123,556.31.
Moved by Councillor Jones. Second. Seconder. There. Any questions?
I just have a quick question there, Mayor. With respect to items 54, 42, 34, and 20, this is with the pool rental supplies. Is this part of the contract for the bathroom, or is these, so they're not supplied by the contractor?
We, after we had the contractor in, because of the limited time of return days on materials, it takes a long time. And it would have been sitting on him for a long time, if everything didn't pay.
Okay,
If we will pay the materials.
okay. That's all, my only question was. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? Call for the question, all those in favor? Motion carried. Okay. On to our 2026 budget. Councillor Jones.
Okay, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to present to you the Town of Deer Lake budget for 2026. You have a copy here in front of you. Okay, Mayor Ball, fellow councilors, and members of the public. As chairperson of the Finance Committee for the Town of Deer Lake, it's my pleasure to present the budget for the 2026 taxation year. Budget 2026 continues to strengthen our community by ensuring we can maintain and enhance the essential services our residents rely on every day. These include fire protection, snow clearing, municipal enforcement, and maintenance of our core infrastructure such as roads, drinking water, and sewer systems. We remain committed to supporting economic development, expanding recreation opportunities, protecting our environment, and fostering the community wellness initiatives and celebrations that make Deer Lake a vibrant place to live. I want to extend my sincere thanks to the Town of Deer Lake Council, our Finance Committee, our management team, and our staff for their contributions throughout this process. Today, we present a balanced budget totaling $9,967,837.15. Council and management have carefully reviewed our 2026 financial obligations to ensure fairness for residents while maintaining the high level of services they expect. The Town of Deer Lake debt ratio remains within provincial guidelines, demonstrating a strong financial management. Budget 2026 will not have any increases in the residential or commercial mill rate, which will hold at 7.5 mils, and the commercial rate will remain at 8 mils. Residential and commercial water rates will remain at $448 for the 22nd consecutive year. Budget 2026 will see no increases to the Town of Deer Lake waste collection fee, which will remain at $165 per unit. The Town of Deer Lake is committed to ensuring our plan for continued growth and sustainability is acted upon. Budget 2026 places our town on a path of fiscal responsibilities while providing continual improvements to critical infrastructure and services. Investment highlights for 2026. In preparing the 2026 budget, council and staff ensured key initiatives move forward while keeping our residents' households' budgets in mind. The Town of Deer Lake will continue to proceed with initiatives that are important for the current and future development of our community. Budget 2026 continues investments in critical infrastructure, including capital improvements, including Phase 2 of the Garden Road infrastructure upgrades, continue upgrades to the sanitary sewer lift stations on Nicholsville Road and Whites Road, and submitted funding applications for sewage lagoon upgrades, drinking water booster replacement, Riverbank Road restoration and upgrades to Fifth Avenue and Middle Road. The town of Deer Lake takes great pride in our walking and multi-use trail system. 2026 will see continued upgrades to the current Deer Lake trail system. This trail commitment also includes collaboration with the Junction Trailblazer Snowmobile Club and the Newfoundland and Labrador Snowmobile Federation. The town of Deer Lake will continue to build upon our tourism product through our relationship with stakeholders at all government levels. The town of Deer Lake, along with our economic development officer, continue to develop relationships with key stakeholders in Deer Lake. The town of Deer Lake take great pride in our volunteer-based services, and continued investments are in place for the Deer Lake Fire Rescue and the Deer Lake Regional Search and Rescue to provide important equipment and training. The town of Deer Lake continues to focus on our beach and have made significant upgrades to accessibility and amenities to the Joe Butts Lookout area. This past year saw the beach vendor expand their footprint to offer enhanced services to beach patrons. Safe and effective community roads continue to play an important part of the operations of the town of Deer Lake community. Investments in asphalt replacement and road repairs are included in 2026 budget. This current council has remained committed to developing Sports Park and to modernize the amenities with its footprint. 2025 saw improvements that include a splash pad, upgraded dog park, public washroom, and a paid parking area at Sports Park. A splash pad was one of the highest ranking amenity that was requested amongst those who participated in the public consultations during the planning phase of the project. The town of Deer Lake is currently in the planning stages for phase 2 of the Sports Park upgrades. 2025 saw the official opening of the Deer Lake Annex, which hosted the 75th town's anniversary celebration, and the Deer Lake Fire Rescue Fireman's Ball, along with assortment of sporting events and functions. This building is now home to Gracia Gymnastics after a 24-year term in the town's public works depot. This location on level 1 of the Deer Lake Annex provides a fresh new home to Gracia to continue to grow. And budget 2026 includes funding for equipment upgrades for sporting events and event hosting capabilities for the Deer Lake Annex. Budget 2026 will see continued investments in the Howard Memorial Recreation Complex, along with continued work in the swimming pool, change rooms. We will upgrade to the flooring in the Howard lobby area and public washrooms. Also, our Public Works Department and their depot area have been prioritized by our current council. Investments in the current salt shed and sand shed, a design for a new salt shed along with utilization of the former Gracia Gymnastics in the current depot building are included for budget 2026. The town of Deer Lake will continue their investments into development of Veterans Memorial Industrial Park and the Trans-Canada Highway. 2025 saw significant upgrades to this industrial space, which will continue in 2026. Budget 2026 has allocated funding to continue crosswalk upgrades at key intersections in our community to provide improved safety for pedestrians. Community engagement remains a priority for our current council. Deer Lake Live, Health and Wellness initiatives, Strawberry Festival, and Winterfest will continue to grow with our support. Also, the town of Deer Lake continues to financially support the following groups on an annual basis: Treehouse Resort Center, Deer Lake Regional Food Bank, the Cemetery Committee, the Deer Lake Memorial Scholarship, Deer Lake Regional Library, Royal Canadian Legion Branch Number 3. In 2026, will again include a donation to the schools in Deer Lake to assist in projects spearheaded for the children of our community. Mayor, this concludes my presentation of the town of Deer Lake's budget for 2026. I now would like to make a motion for its adoption, this budget as presented.
Moved by Councilor Jones. Second. Deputy Mayor. Any questions? Call for the question.
Just a comment, guys. I know I said in the report of the support we have for staff and our fellow councillors, but great job. It's not easy to do, but we will commit to do it and do the best we can for our Deer Lake residents. Thank you again.
We'll owe you to it. All those in favor, 2026 budget? Unanimous.
Thank you.
Again, I take this opportunity to thank the Finance Committee and our staff. I recognize the hours that goes into this document, and sometimes there's a lot of give and take and a lot of pull from different areas. You'd be commended on the work well done. Councilors and staff, and as well as our Finance Committee, certainly a huge appreciation. And we're sure that we'll convince this community going forward in 2026 that they'll be well represented. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
On to our 2026 tax rates.
Okay, so I move also to accept the 2026 tax rates for the town of Deer Lake.
Moved by Councillor Jones, second by David. Any questions on the tax rates? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
2026 exemption forms.
And again, for this year, we will be doing our municipal property tax exemption application for 2026. Here in front of you is I guess basically a sliding scale, what you would pay for your annual income level at certain amounts to pay and certain discounts. So I move that we accept the municipal property tax exemption application for 2026.
Moved by Councillor Jones, second by Councillor Hines. Sorry, Keith. That's right. Councillor Hines. Any questions? Hearing none. Call for the question. All those in favor? Motion carried.
Thank you.
Environment and Housing Report.
You want to read this, Councillor Jones?
He's all ready.
All right, in front of you is the Environment and Housing Report for December 4th, 2025. In attendance was Councillor Andrew Strangemore, Director of Public Works and Development Dave Thomas, and myself. Getting to Councillor Jones' budget, I just want to know that our permits issued for 2025, I guess it's safe to say we're almost there, exceed $19 million for this year, which is incredible. I just wanted to put that out there. For items number 1 to 3 for permits issued, they're in front of you. And other items, item number 4 for 8 Squires Road. The proponent would like to rezone to CLI to accommodate an office building with rental space. The committee recommends to approve. Item number 5, 49 High Street. The resident built an extension on the shed but did not have a permit, and it does not comply with our development regulations. Unfortunately, we have to recommend to have this extension removed from this property. Items 6, 7, and 8 are before you. Number 6, the first one is the zoning amendment application. The committee recommends to approve. Item number 7, the compliance letter to request to include up-to-date surveys and real property reports. We recommend to approve. And item number 8, real property reports bylaw. The committee recommends to approve. I ask that you accept the committee minutes for December 4th. Thank you very much.
Moved by Councillor Fitzgerald, second by Councillor Strangemore. Any questions?
Separate motion for the real property reports.
Oh yeah, item number 8. Okay, I'll separate. So the committee was for items number 1 to 7. I'll do number 8 separately.
Okay, I'll call for that second on that motion, please. Councillor Strangemore. Any questions on those items? Hearing none, call for the question. All those in favor? Contrary minded, motion carried. Councillor
All
Fitzgerald.
right. I guess based on number 7, the Environment Housing Committee asked that we pass the real properties bylaw. There's only one question, one item with this, Mayor, is I'd like to reformat this bylaw to match our new bylaw format. Policy, we agreed on it last policy, so there has to be some adjustments to it, but in all context, this would be the bylaw presented to council, just in a new format, moving forward, before your signature. So I ask that, council accept the real properties bylaw, of December 4th. Thank you.
Moved by Councilor Fitzgerald. Seconder. Deputy Mayor. Any questions?
Just wondering, can we approve this and then change the format, or should it be?
With all the same material, you can do that, that's no problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like, unlike in previous, when they were regulations, we had to go to the minister. So then right now, we have the ability to, technically, you want to amend this every meeting. You have
Yeah.
the ability to do so if you have majority vote. So to Councillor Fitzgerald, it's more of a formatting, to have it so that they're uniform, which makes sense. So that when you look at our bylaws, they all look the same, which they should.
Yeah, and it was just something that was brought to policy two meetings ago, that our bylaw officer wanted to keep a certain formatting, so this was it was a revised formatting, but we're going back to the old formatting, so,
Housekeeping.
yeah.
Any other, you go with that, Councilor Park?
Perfect.
Any other questions? Calling for the question, all those in favor? Contrary minded, motion carried.
Thank you.
On to our Public Works report.
Okay, the Public Works Committee met on December the 3rd, 3:30 PM. In attendance was myself, Councillor Keith Park, Town Manager Jason Young, Deputy Public Works Dave Thomas, and Public Works Superintendent Scott Elms. So on item 1, ATV route. We're planning on closing that for this year, and it is recommended closing the ATV route on December the 9th, 2025 at 12:01 a.m. So basically, on Wednesday of this week, the route would be closed until we reopen it again in the spring. No, tonight? I'm sorry.
Tomorrow.
Tonight. So tomorrow, yeah. Thank you for that. Number 2, change signs on Fifth Avenue, Goose Arm Road, and Canal Road. So we want to replace the flashing signs on Fifth Avenue. That's been there for quite some time. I'm told probably as long as 3 to 4 years. We want to remove the stop sign, replace those ones with just regular stop signs. Remove the stop sign on Goose Arm Road, which would then be just a straight through thoroughfare for Goose Arm Road, and the existing stop sign on George Aaron Drive that's already in place. We're looking at change the yield sign on Canal Road, the intersection Canal Road and Main Street. We want to take that out and put a stop sign there. In doing so, we would replace it with the flashing light stop sign and have that there for a number of months until people get used to that change. So we recommend making changes to the signs in these 3 locations. Number 3, the new home curb stop damage. So we're going to set up a policy that will charge homeowners or the contractor for damages to curb stops during construction. And the policy has been sent to Policy Committee for review. I guess once that review has been done, they'll send it back to council. Number 4, work report. Attached in front of you is the work report for Public Works. It's for your information. Number 5, review of the previous minutes. So policy for manhole inspections is ready for the Policy Committee. Temporary repairs to the salt shed at Public Works has been completed. And these are just that temporary work that has been done to try and make, make room to get our sand and salt in there for this winter, which has been done. These temporary repairs are just there until the spring. We're waiting on a valve for the main lift station for work to proceed there. The chamber has been installed, but work has been temporarily halted until we get this new valve in. Winter sand and salt has been hauled to the Public Works Depot. Tree cutting on George Aaron Drive is to begin this week. When the contractor has completed removing these trees, Public Works will review what will be needed in order to stabilize the bank there. So could be 2 or 3 options for that, but we have to remove the trees to have a good look at it first. So that is the Public Works report for December 3rd. So I motion to have the Public Work report December 3rd accepted.
Moved by the Deputy Mayor, second by Councillor Park. Any questions? I certainly got one.
I got one.
Goose Arm Road. stop
Goose Arm Road, like, I guess I've been a strong advocate of not having that intersection proceeding the way that we're going to go ahead with it again tonight. You know, personally, I don't think I've seen a few near misses over there, and especially now to remove the stop sign in the winter time when we're just getting, with no really advertisement, there's no Facebook notice, there's no notice to the public saying it's gonna be gone. And this time of the year now with the winter coming on, then there's possibility of people not used to it and the sliding in it and the slippery sections. And like I said, I wasn't for this from the get-go, and I'm still not for this, but I see it moving ahead now by the looks of it. But I'm asking if you look at not to remove the stop sign until we get more favorable weather conditions and more advertising and notification of what we're doing.
So, a very valuable point, and I gotta be honest with you, I agree. I just think we're looking for trouble to remove that stop sign on Goose Arm Road. And listen, everybody knows my opinion on that intersection. I don't like it the way it is, but I understand some of your rationale for doing it. Do we have any other conversations around the stop sign? Is that necessary, especially as Councillor Jones said, especially this time of the year?
Yeah, well, again, it's recommended that we do remove that. However, it doesn't have to happen tomorrow. We can have discussions on when we think, that should be removed. Again, that may be voted down, and maybe it'll be left there. Okay?
Can we separate the motion? Because we don't want to turn down a good report for one item.
No, we can, yeah.
Are you-
We can do it like that.
Are you good to put that one on a separate?
The issue, I guess we could, but the issue is we've changed this intersection 3 years ago. The plan was, once the intersection was changed, we were gonna remove the stop sign. And it kept getting pushed off. We didn't move it, we didn't remove it. I'm a big advocate that it should be a thoroughfare straight through there, so, yes, the timing might not be right, but like Councillor Deputy Mayor said, it don't have to happen tomorrow. We're gonna have to get the proper signage put up to inform people that, like, it's a new sign, we'll get the new put up in the road further, same thing on down the street. We could put it off for probably a month or a bit, but I still think this should happen sooner than later. We've been 3 years at the intersection.
Any other comment?
I think we should wait till the spring to do it.
If we do.
If we do.
Yeah.
That's the point there. Like, I
Yeah.
don't personally, I see enough now that there's at least 3 that is in, I just think we should. I know we've been kicking this around, the last council been kicking this around for a year and or more. So, I don't wanna rush this one item through. So, am I hearing another recommendation? Can we separate that on a separate motion tonight?
I have no issue separating. My only comment is on the intersection and that area in alone. To be all honest, it is a wrong intersection. It was wrong in the first place. It's wrong today. We are better, in my opinion, today. I think we did fix it to make it more in line with Transport Association of Canada's guidelines. The site distances are there. I did check that again. We are going to remove those trees there on George Aaron. That's just going to add to the sight lines, but the sight lines are there now. My biggest thing is that there might be a conversation, and no one wants to have it, is that we may have to try and think about expropriating a little bit of land there to try and widen that intersection, that it's actually straight from the George Aaron section entering Goose Arm. I did try and fit a roundabout in there. That's impossible. It's not going to happen. So I think we can more or less move away from that alternative. But my recommendation to, I guess, Public Works, and if we're all going to continue with this intersection as being an issue, obviously it was an issue past council. I think it stays as an issue today because, well, people don't like change. Let's be all honest with you. I do agree with the recommendation. I will vote with the committee on this, the removal stop sign. But I'll be all honest, there is a little kink in the intersection right at the top of the hill. It should have been designed, should have been changed, I guess, when Nicholsville was adopted by the town back many years ago, but they continue with the same alignment from the local service district. But yeah, I think maybe working with the homeowner there at that intersection, maybe there's something that we have to start looking into and try and widening that area there, Mayor, our committee chair. So that would be my guideline, but yeah, I have no issues with you separating the motion, obviously, but I will agree with the recommendation, but yeah, that's just my point of view there, Mayor.
Okay, no, good, I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm kind of, let me try and put this in another perspective, like, are we able to park this one stop sign until the work is, I guess, or we gotta look at it, when is the work gonna start on removing the trees and doing that?
Well, the plan was for the contractor to start this week. Now, I haven't followed up the contractor today. I know we had other work. We had our crew out on Main Street to get that manhole done.
Yeah.
But it is planned to be done in December, is all I can commit to. And I know I did speak to the contractor last week. He was gonna go at it this week. So, I mean, I guess, Stu, what you're looking at is you wanted to reconvene after the work was done to be able to essentially size up what it looks like with the trees removed.
I would certainly, and as Darren said, if we're gonna look at this, or Councilor Fitzgerald, sorry, if we gotta look at the line of sight, straighten out that George Aaron Drive, Goose Arm Road aspect, are we better off parking it until the spring and doing it right, so there's no issues? And, we obviously want to buy in from the residents in that area, the people that are using it. And right now, I don't know, I think there's probably a split there now on that intersection. So are we able to finish the work on this road first before we even attempt to remove that sign?
I think that's fair. We can do that. Like I said, it was just a recommendation to have it removed. Didn't have to be right now. I know, like I said, we had to advertise it and make sure, everybody's fully aware before we would actually do that. But, no, we can actually put a motion in to have the Goose Arm Road sign removed from the report. And, like I said, over the next few months, we can have a look at that.
Okay.
Especially when we get the trees removed, get a better sight line there, and as Councillor Fitzgerald has indicated, there is a crook there. I didn't really actually notice that, because I guess you're just used to it, but it is fairly
When you go look
fairly
for it,
predominant there,
it
and
sticks out.
it's quite clear, and it is a very tight area, turning off George Aaron Drive to go to George Aaron Drive. Especially like I said, if you're hauling a trailer or something like that. So it is very narrow there.
But in all essence, it's not narrow there. Like, it is the same width as our typical roads in Deer Lake. And like I said, just for residents' knowledge, the tree clearing is not changing anything that was there previous to the intersection change. We're looking at the left-hand turn coming off of George Aaron on the Goose Arm. We haven't changed that at all since that was not a change when we took out that auxiliary lane that was there. So that's not really changing anything that was there in the past. Just the intersection itself is just a nightmare. Like many of our intersections. I didn't say that out loud, did I?
So,
Okay.
Lori, do you need an amendment or a friendly
No,
amendment?
we can just remove.
Just
the
remove it.
Goose Arm Road out of
Okay.
that,
Yeah.
and they can keep it on their rider when it works.
So we had a move and a second. Any other comments on that motion? So we'll remove the Goose Arm Road stop sign for tonight. Okay, are we ready for the question? Any other comments? Barring none, call for the question. All those in favor? Contrary minded, motion carried. Okay, recreation.
Yeah, so the Deer Lake Rec Committee met on December 5th. In attendance was myself, Councillor Fitzgerald, and Director Glenn Wiseman and Manager Hilary Hoyles. Just two items. Item number one is the annex pricing. The Rec Committee has established a rental pricing structure for the new annex in the corporate boardroom. So that's been attached there. We recommend approval. And item number two, I'm happy to announce that the Rec Department has reached an agreement with the Championship Darts Corporation to host the Cross-Border Darts Challenge. And this will bring players from the United States and Canada to the Annex for the challenge over the weekend of April 17th, 18th, and 19th of 2026. And that's for council information. So I just want to make a motion for council to accept these minutes as presented.
Moved by Councilor Ryan, second. Okay, Councilor Fitzgerald, any questions on the minutes? Hearing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Contrary minded, motion carried. Thank you, sir. Economic Development Committee.
The Economic Development Committee met on Wednesday, December 3rd. In attendance were myself and our Economic Development Officer, Mark Lambswood. Items 1 through 7 are for your information only. Item 1, we had our familiarization tour on Thursday, December 4th. There were 23 participants. Item 2, industrial park signage. The Trans-Canada Highway entrance signage has been approved for installment along the highway across from the airport entrance. Item 3, tourism tax update. Partner meetings have been scheduled prior to the new year to determine scope of work and application submissions. Item 4, Trans-Canada Highway, so that's the overpass to overpass safety. Meeting with Newfoundland and Labrador Ministers Petton and Gooseney have been scheduled for February 21st in the new year. Item 5, business to business networking. We're considering a 1 per quarter business to business function for Deer Lake area only. Item number 6, housing. Our EDO is actively speaking with MNL's housing coordinator and currently considering pivot housing solution for housing assessment. Item 6, Deer Lake website and print materials. We are continuing with computers and communications to identify content gaps and work with them to provide necessary information and functions. Print materials to be re-examined by EDO and CAO for tourism summer season 2026. I ask that we accept these meeting minutes this evening.
Moved by Councilor Strangemore, second by Councilor Jones. Any questions on the report? Barring none, all those in favor? Contrary minded, motion carried. That expires our agenda. So our next meeting is January the 12th of 2026. So I guess barring no emergencies over the next couple of weeks, we won't be seeing each other until,
See you
I
next
guess, We'll see each other Friday night, what? Friday night, we'll see everybody. I just want to take this time to wish everybody tonight a Merry Christmas and a great New Year. And barring no major issues, we won't sit in a public setting like this until January. Again, meeting adjourned. Thank you. Motion to adjourn.
Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. I move.
Moved by Councillor Jones. Meeting adjourned.